Yo, what's up guys? Recently, I've been taking a look at a lot of guns that fit well into the current meta. All this got me thinking about how cracked some guns used to be back in the day. After a little bit of digging down memory lane, I found some good gun loadout videos from 2016, which was 7 years ago. And they don't really line up with what's good right now, so we're going to be trying out some of these OG class setups in the modern Phantom Forces and see how they compare. Alright, so first off, we're going to be running a P90 build courtesy of Petrified TV, so a big shout out to him. We got a reflex sight, compensator, angled grip, and a green laser. Ammo conversions didn't exist back then, so we'll leave that as the default. Supposedly we can treat this as an assault rifle that is good for both close range and long range, but we'll see. Just immediately, we can tell that range is going to be an issue here. Even with its fire rate and deep mag, it's still far from ideal for more or less anything that is in point blank range. The recoil isn't particularly great either, but the time to kill from under 70 studs is solid. Headshots and the ability to strafe are crucial here in order to make this build viable. With all that said and done, the P90 does have great penetration and is fairly easy to control regarding hipfire, so clearing corners and windows is good with it still. Unfortunately, this is not a build I'm going to be using very often. I'm going to have to give this a 5 out of 10. It's pretty average, nothing special, but it is on a relatively underwhelming gun. Next up on the list, we got a post on Amino from Ender Builder, and we're going to be trying his loadout. We got an all-gay 2 equipped with a reflex sight, compensator, vertical grip, and a green laser. It feels like we might be seeing a lot of the same attachments throughout some of these. Just starting out, I'm liking this one a lot. Highly effective in all ranges and virtually non-existent recoil. I've never really used the A2, which you can tell because I'm using an EOTech rather than a reflex sight right now. But even still, it feels really smooth all around. The damage is solid with good fire rate, which when complemented by the all-around high accuracy makes it super satisfying to use. Because we're using a vertical grip, the ADS time is a little lacking, but that's the only real complaint I have with this build. I'm going to have to give this one an 8 out of 10. It's very good and satisfying to use. Now we're on to asking Reddit. Reddit is definitely a good place to go for this one. On a thread asking for an OP Scar Hammer loadout, this guy claims this to be the most lasery that has ever been created by man. I'm not quite sure what that means, but let's give it a shot. Cobra sight, muzzle brake, folding grip, and green laser. But just really quick, I only need a couple more kills to unlock the Cobra sight. Okay, we're good to go. LMGs in general are big and clunky and hard to strafe with, so that's just an added layer of difficulty with using the Scar Hammer here. Sorry, actually it's the Hammer IAR now. I'll never get used to that. This build has very manageable recoil, but the mobility on top of the lack of damage and max fire rate puts a damper on it. The range and penetration is good as expected with an LMG, but this build definitely did not age too well. The ADS time is lackluster, and the hammer only having 50 bullets leaves a lot to be desired. Not a big fan. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10. And here, we saved the best for last where we got an AK-47 build. This is still one of my favorite guns, and this class is once again given to us by Petrified TV. We are going to have default irons, compensator, angled grip, and green laser. The iron sights is a unique choice, and I'm all for it. Now actually controlling the recoil here might be a bigger issue though. There isn't a whole lot to be said about the AK-47. It's always been a great gun, and this build fits a run and gun playstyle to a T. The only thing it's missing is a remove stock, but they didn't have that 7 years ago. The recoil is difficult, and sometimes seeing through the iron sights is frustrating, but the damage and multipliers are insane and make quick work of the enemies. This is an easy 9 out of 10 for me. It's not a 10 because there are just better attachments now, but it's still great. That's all I've got for today. I know it was super short, but this is the first time in a while I've made an actual video, so I didn't want to go too overboard. If you enjoyed, leave a like and drop a comment. See you guys later.